The use of drugs was and is still very common in the world today. 269 million people use drugs all around the world in the year 2018. Thousands of Americans die each year because of drug addiction, and millions of lives are left impacted. Welcome to the Daily Trend Francophone edition on New World TV Info English. My name is Jael, and today we are going to focus our attention on drug addiction, its causes, effects, and some practical remedies. Everyone has his own opinion on what drug addiction is. Drug addiction, if I will define it in my own terms, drug is something we take to ease pain, and an addiction is depending on something for survival. So, Ruth, if I may know your opinion about drug addiction.
Okay, thank you, Jael. Drug addiction, is also called substance use disorder. It is a disease that affects a person's brain and behavior, which can lead to the legal or illegal use of drug or medication.
I think that, as Jael said it earlier, every word has its meaning according to the contents it plays or its use. Yes. So let's try to understand first the words drug and addiction so we can define them together. I can say that in a pharmacological way, we can define drug as a substance used to treat an illness. So in our contents, we can say that drugs is a substance someone is addicted to. So addiction is to depend on something. So drug addiction, in a simple way, we can say that is a dependency on drugs.
Okay, thank you very much. So to actually get the meaning of what drug is,
yes,
drug addiction is, mostly people confuse drugs and then medicines. Some people actually say that medicines, since we get them from the pharmacy, they are much more better than drugs, which are, let's say, herbal drugs or marijuana or cocaine. But are they the same actually?
Yes, people used to confuse them. Medicines are also called drug. They are the same thing, not the same thing in how they are used, but their names are the same thing. Drug as medicine, they are the same thing.
Okay, so we just say just the bottles they use or the wrappers around them, that's what causes the difference.
Yes. Yeah, and we have also to know that in every medicine there is drug in it. Yes.
Okay, and we know that we have different types of drugs. We have stimulants. They cause speeding up. Some doctors prescribe them for asthmatic patients because it opens up breathing passages. So if they take them, it can help them to be able to breathe more freely.
Yes, and we also have alcohol. Alcohol also is a drug. It helps people to forget their problems when taking it.
Yes. Yeah, we have hallucinations. Those types of drugs are used for psychological or mental health. Yeah. Those type of drugs are used for mental health. And also super glue, the one we use to repair our shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. People used to smell it. Yeah, there is a smelling in it, an odor.
Yeah.
People used to smell it. So when they smell it, it changes something in their mind.
It has an effect.
In effect, yes.
They use it like drug. I read something on Google. In Nicaragua, it is a drug that devastates many people there. It is a very high, how can I say it? A powerful drug there.
So I can say that even if you don't want to use it, let's say a shoemaker uses it all the time, he has been smelling the scent, it can affect him.
Yes, of course.
Wow.
But when I was saying, when talking about Nicaragua, they know the effects of the drug, but they used to take it just for pleasure. So the man we were talking about, the shoemaker we were talking about, if he doesn't know that the glue is causing him pain, so I don't know how to explain it.
He wouldn't know that there's something happening to him.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, some people don't know that it is like this. When maybe you are using it, you don't know the odor can go inside your head. So you don't know that.
You don't know that there's something happening to you.
Yes. You have also Dramadol. those types of drug, people use it to get strength when they want to work, maybe. Yeah, it allowed them to work over their normally work. Maybe he want to finish something this day, so he take tramadol to help him finish it, because with his own normal strength he can't do it.
Yes.
Yeah, he is unable to do it.
And coming back to stimulants, we have caffeine. Coffee. People actually take coffee early in the morning. It's actually a drug. You see, some people, they don't get enough sleep in the evening, so if they wake up, they feel tired, so they take it so that they can be able to continue their daily activities.
Yes.
Yeah, and also sleeping pills. Doctors prescribe them for people, and some people become dependent on them. So if they don't take the sleeping pill, they can't rest or they can't sleep.
Okay, I can also say that we have opioid painkiller. It helps people to reduce the pain. For example, a person has an accident and the doctor is not coming earlier, or he can take it to calm the pain he has. So many people became addicted to that.
We have also cannabis. Yeah, those type of drug also is for mental health. Sometimes people use it to repair. I don't know to say to repair something in their heads or. Yeah. People use it. Cannabis also.
Okay.
Yes, and I think all those things. I don't know, how can we remark that someone is addicted, or let's say, is there any cause?
Any symptom?
Yeah.
Yes.
No cause. Let's talk about
the cause.
Yes.
Okay. The causes are actually, some parents don't actually educate their children on that. Neglect of their children is also one of the reasons why people depend on drugs. Let's say the parents are not taking good care of him, so he has friends who do drugs all the time. Let's say those friends also, they don't have much parental care, so they'll think that it's a good thing they are doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And some people use drug, they just use it just to feel how it is. It is a just for pleasure.
Yeah, they hear people talking about it, so
and they
also want
taste
to try
before to see how what.
Some also do it, yeah, as you said, some also do it because people are doing it. Me also, let me try to see how it can do for me. But I think it's not good. It's not because someone is doing it, so you also is not doing it. So get informed of it. So it's done. And how can we know that someone is addicted? Maybe he can start doing some things who normally in the past, or he don't have the ability to do it. Yes, start to do it. So maybe he can beat his wife or children,
his friends.
Yeah, friends with no care.
Yes,
because he has taken the drug, so he's under the effects of the drug.
Yeah,
he
it mean
doesn't know what he is doing.
It seems like it is the drug he is controlling him. Yeah, the drug is the driver, so he is there, and the drug tell him
working,
do this.
Yeah,
just working. Do this.
And when he comes back to his senses, if you tell him this is what happened, he'll tell you, I never did this.
Yes.
He can't believe it.
And what we noticed in on persons who used to take drug, many of them their appearance changed, and they used to wear everything. They don't care about what they wear.
They are dressing.
Yes, they don't care about it.
They don't have the fear.
They just put everything. Yes, even.
So it means that they don't have time to how do you call it?
As they are under the influence of the drug, so they just do things, normal things.
They don't think before doing some things anymore. They don't make their decisions. They don't take firm decisions anymore.
Is it mean that they don't clean their clothes?
No, it's not. Be under the influence of drug is like you are a mad person. So you know how mad persons behave.
They are not in their selves. It's as if someone is controlling them to do something that they don't want to. And also we have the symptoms. We have overdose of the drug. Let's say today the person started taking drugs today. he may take half a spoon. Let's say the person is depressed. To reduce the depression, he takes half a spoon a day. But as time continues, he will be taking 1 spoon a day, but with the same effect as when he was taking half a spoon. As time goes on, it will be 2 spoons a day. So you can see that
it become an habit.
Okay, you have also the failing attempt to stop taking drug. I mean, when you start, you yourself, you remark that it seems like something is happening
down a wrong path.
Yeah. So you try to stop it, but you are not, and you are unable to stop taking it. That one also is a symptom.
Okay, in our family, if it is a children who is addicted, there are parents, as the children does not have money, the parents will all the time notice that every time their money is
missing.
Every time that the child take the money and go for drug. So it can lead him to steal his parents' money.
Yeah, even if you don't have money, as you are saying, you don't have money to buy it, you try by any means to get the money, and that one also is not something which is a problem for you. I mean, you can, instead of taking money, spending in good things, spending money in drugs, you feel like it's the better thing to do. You don't have this fear, you don't care of spending money on drugs.
Every time you put your money in drug. Yes.
Like, let's say you have 50 CFA left. Instead of buying something that will advantage you, you go for the drugs instead. Because you see that without the drug, you can't support whatever effects it has on you. So you go in for the drug instead of the important thing that you have to go for. And also we have sickness, frequent sickness. You will fall sick quickly because if you are taking drugs, it actually damages the immune system. The immune system protects the body from contamination.
And we also have loss of white. We also have it. You will see the person all the time. He is losing his white, but you don't know the cause of that.
I can say also, as you said, the deformity of the body deformity.
Yes.
Maybe you were fat and it become that you come slim, right? Yeah. You can lose your form. You lost your form, and also we can mention it has also an impact on the society. You can lose also your friends, those you work with. When you start addicted to drugs, people will run or will leave you. Yes, that one also is a symptom because because
you notice something abnormal about the person.
Yes.
You see that the person is not normal anymore. So you'll be like, what's happening to this person?
Yes.
And also we have withdrawal, self-withdrawal. The person will not be free to be among people anymore. He can be feeling guilty or something like that, and then he wouldn't like to be among people anymore. He likes to withdraw himself all the time.
Okay, I am sure now that you are aware of what is drug addiction and what are the symptoms and the causes. Please join us after this jingle. Welcome back, lovely viewers. We were talking previously about what drug addiction is and what are their symptoms and their causes. And before we continue, I want to ask you a question. Do you know that between all the consequences, or among all the consequences we have at the level of drug addiction, we also have death?
Yes, of course.
Okay, let me tell you a little story, a short story. You know, it was in the area of Agbalepedo, one of the areas in Lomé. They were a group of gang. They were taking drug. one day when the policemen were surrounding, and we don't know how, but it came that the policemen were running after them. At that level, the only place we have to hide is what we call in French retenue d'eau. It is a place in which the government has done to let the water, when it's raining, to come and gather at the same place. So they were running after two boys, and the two boys jumped in that retenue d'eau, that water, and that water was not it was polluted, the water that which
bad
is
water.
Yes, it was not clean, and unfortunately, one of them doesn't know how to swim. The first one I reached to the other side of the retenue d'eau, and the other person unfortunately died in the water, just like that.
Oh my
He
God.
was calling for help, but as the policemen, maybe they don't know how to swim, and they just look at him dying in the water.
They were just shocked. They were surprised. They didn't know what to do.
Then, as the person was in under the control of drug, he just think that he can be able to swim in that water without knowing how to swim.
Yes.
It leads him to die like that. A guy of 17 years old just passed away like that.
And also, under the effects of drugs, we hallucinate.
Mm.
You see things that are not. Let's say I'm seeing Ruth is sitting here right now, but I'm not seeing Ruth. Let's say Emmanuel, I'm seeing sitting here. Instead of a cat, I'm seeing a dog. So it makes sometimes it can be the cause of the problem. That's why he jumped into the water. Actually,
Yes,
maybe he's seeing the water, but maybe that's not what he's seeing. It's
Yeah,
something
it
else
seems like
he's
don't.
seeing.
As we said this earlier, it's the drug who's leading him. It's not himself. So
The drug is the driver,
he
as
just
you
jump
said.
in it. He
Yes.
said that that is the only way I have to hide myself.
I don't know what he has in mind. He thought it is what. I don't know.
Maybe since his friend jumped into the water, so
He also.
follow.
Maybe he thought that God will bring him wings so that he will.
Does it mean that when you take the same drug, the same drug, it will lead you in the same place?
No.
Maybe he wasn't thinking before. Just as you said, he took drugs, so he wasn't seeing his right.
Yeah. As he follow his friend, his friend jumped in the water. He also jumped. He know that he don't know how to swim, but he also jumped in it.
It is the consequences of being under the influence of drug.
Yes. Yeah. That one you can leave this earth with an earlier age. Yeah. You are young, you have many things to do, you have many possibilities. But if you are addicted very earlier to drugs, it can lead you, maybe you can get sick or even die. And those things are not good. Your family, that is a sorrow thing you give to the family.
Yes,
you
his death was
disappoint
very
them.
sad.
Yes,
It was a
you see.
sad death.
The parents are waiting for you to give them something good at the back. You bring to them death.
Yeah, maybe for you, maybe he's the only child, so that he will grow,
Yes.
have money, build
Even the
house, and
only
all
son.
that. Yeah,
Even the only son.
it's very sad.
Very sad.
And you had also, you can lose also your job. Yes. Because me as a manager in the society, I can keep someone who is addicted to drugs to work with me. Not give a good name to the society. It's not possible.
Yes.
I will tell him to go home when he'll finish taking his drug.
But you have to help him because you don't know the reason why he's taking the drugs.
Yeah, for sure. I will help him doing hot. I will tell him to go home. Okay, I will tell him to go home. I can allow him to work with being
With you in your society.
Yes. So I will tell him to go home. Maybe I will take some time to go and advise him, or if possible, sometimes write to him, give him some advice. I will not
But
leave
if
him.
he go and stays at home, what will be his source of income? Where will he be getting his money from?
I don't know.
But that one is also going to affect him.
Maybe it will give him lesson, because at the moment, because he has money, that's why he wants to go and pay drugs, come and take. So if I tell him to go home, he'll go home. And when money will finish, you know that.
No, but maybe it's not
he will come back
because
in
he
himself.
has money that he's actually buying the drugs to use. Maybe it's because of something.
Oh.
Because of something. That's why he's using the drugs. So you can't just tell him to go home like that. Maybe
I think
you keep him in the company, but
you aware him sometimes, and you tell him that if you continue, I will be obliged to chase you. So
yeah, you can tell him maybe. I will not just start the first time I saw him or I see him doing it, I will tell him go home. No.
Okay.
I will try to advise him, but if he refuses to change, I'm obliged to chase him out of my office.
He can't, and even if he accepts to change, it's not a sudden change. It may take months, years for him to change. It's not an easy process. As
he is the director of the office or the society, he can't be patient all the time. I think if I was at Emmanuel's place, I will tell him to leave also.
You have a point, but maybe let's say he's maybe in the office, he's the head of a department. But since he's doing that, you can demote him. Maybe he can become a secretary or something else.
If you put him at the level of secretary, imagine how he will welcome people.
Okay, you put him somewhere that he wouldn't have direct contact or frequent contact with people.
Okay.
At least that can encourage him. And if you see that he's making progress, you can bring him back to his position.
But if I put him there and he continues doing it, I'm obliged.
That is why you have to help him.
Yeah, I help him already, telling him changing the place for him.
Jael, you can't have the same opinion as you. If you can help the person as you are advising us. We have our way also to do things in our office. So we can do as you want.
Okay.
And we also have suicide. The people who drug themselves, they used to suicide themselves also.
Even on the road walking, sometimes some accidents pass because of them. Yes, because of drugs.
And if they are the driver also.
Yes.
You are in trouble.
Imagine.
Someone wants to take a motorbike. That is why we have to be very careful with who or which type of motorbikes we used to take. Yes, because you can take a motorbike, the one went to a bar or somewhere, drink very well and come to work.
Maybe you notice that the person has alcohol stains on him. If you climb the motor and then you are going on the road, before you realize that
you just tell him to stop and you will take another
bike. It's not really that possible because you've told him where you are going. Now see, the person is drunk.
We don't care.
The person is drunk.
Tell him that you want to you. Tell him to stop.
You change your program.
One thing my mom told me was that if you realize that the person is actually drunk like that, what you tell him is that, oh, uncle, do you know what? It's like I left something at home. So
bring me back.
No, don't bring me back.
What?
Stop. Let me pay you the money that I have to pay you. Then I'll go back home by myself. Okay. So if he leaves, then you can take another motorbike and continue your journey.
Your mom is right.
Yeah, that one is at least.
Yeah, I think that there is a way to tell it the person, so the person will not get angry. But if you tell him stop, it's not good. He will get angry. Maybe it is in a corner somewhere. He will do bad things to you because him who is controlling himself is the alcohol who is doing the work. So just tell him in a good way so he can stop and you get done. Yeah, that is it.
Yeah, we also have the prevention aspect. Actually, if somebody is taking drugs, we can help the person overcome it. You can get medical treatments for the person by professionals.
Yes.
They help the person see professionals, and you also have to advise him. But don't blame him for what he's doing. Otherwise, he will feel sad about it, and he can even continue. So we have to watch what we tell the person. We have to encourage the person to stop. Yeah, that's it.
And you can also seek for your parents to help you their help. You can also seek for their help also.
Yes, but the person also have to take the decision to leave it. Yeah, if you yourself you don't want to leave it, people will do everything. It's impossible.
If you have to decide before.
Yes, yourself you have to decide that I want to leave it. I don't want to do it again and other things. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, lovely viewers. This marks the end of our program for today. We've learned a lot. Please, if you have people who are drug addicts around you, please, you can help them overcome this. And please, those of you who are drug addicts, know that this is not the end for you. You can overcome this as well. Lovely viewers, this is the Daily Trend Francophone edition on New World TV Info English. You can always catch a repeat on Sundays at 12:15 p.m. Our media handles are YouTube, the Daily Trend playlist at New World TV, and on Facebook, the Daily Trend TDT. Thank you, viewers. See you next time.